Game of Thrones meets Romeo and Juliet. It is happening this weekend in an epic production that is serving up revenge. That's a quick way to summarize Pittsburgh Opera's newest production. It is called Verdi's Il Trovatore, and it is one of the most produced operas in the world. So here to tell us about it are three of the stars, Marianne Cornetti, Alexandra Loutsion, and Emily Richter. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it.
It's great to see you, David. Thanks.
Marianne, you are known all over for your incredible voice, your incredible work of performances over the years. Tell us about this show.
Well, this particular show, Il Trovatore, is really special to me because it's the most performances that I've sung of this opera. I'm about to sing the 173rd performance.
Holy cow!
Not production, performances, yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and this was the first major role that I started with in 1995. I had done all the small roles, and this was my first major role that I did. So it's very near and dear to me.
Emily, I actually want to ask you about, you're playing Inez, right?
Yes.
Which was Marianne's first role.
Yes.
What's it like to play something in the same production where you're working with Marianne Cornetti?
Oh, it's so cool. It's just, you know, it's so iconic to have somebody. She was our first resident artist at Pittsburgh Opera. She was in the first class of resident artists. So to be playing the same role that she played as a resident artist now is just really, really cool. Not intimidating at all. So, just kidding.
Alexandra, I have to ask you just about this opera. For people who aren't familiar with it, you came up with the line, Game of Thrones meets Romeo and Juliet, to describe it. Because I love that, because I think that's stuff that people are very familiar with.
Absolutely.
And it's sort of, so tell us a little bit about why this show gets done so much.
Oh, I mean, it encompasses romance and sword fighting and medieval times, and you kind of get everything all in one, like, exciting package. There's like love triangles and war and all kinds of stuff, and it all happens in this like 2.5-hour period. So that was part of the reason that I came up with that idea.
Well, I love the description. Marianne, you've been involved with, you listed all the performances of this particular production.
Right. What
What is it for you? Why do you keep coming back to this?
Well, first of all, it's a tour de force for the mezzo-soprano, the dramatic mezzo-soprano. It takes in the entire voice, and it also encompasses such a dramaticism of the role. Azucena is a really, really tricky role, difficult role, but a lot of people think she's crazy and but I tend to believe if you put the human side to her, I mean, we don't know about, I've never thrown a baby in a fire, but that's what happens in this opera. It really takes, it's sort of an odd thing to do, but I put it in today's terms, and this poor woman watched her mother be burned at the stake, and in her hysteria, she thought she was picking up the son of the count who's putting the mother to the stake, and she throws her own baby in the fire. I would call that PTSD.
Oh my
today.
gosh.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a really complex character, but a wonderful character, really. There's passion, there's rage, there's really sadness to her also. It's a great character.
Wow. You totally sell it and make me want to go see this. Yeah. So talk to us, Alexandra, just quickly about like Pittsburgh Opera audiences.
Sure.
Like they really appreciate this.
Oh my gosh, the Pittsburgh Opera audience is amazing. They're so loyal, and they're always in support of us. They come follow us around the world. I mean, I know that Pittsburgh people have shown up for you in Europe. They've shown up for me around the country, and we're so grateful to them. And this is something that hasn't been done in what, almost 25 years?
24 years.
24
right.
years. So it's so it feels like a gift that we get to give them as well in return for supporting us.
Well, it is totally a gift that you guys came in to talk to us today about it. We're super excited about the production here in Pittsburgh, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. David, could I just say, if anybody wants to get tickets, go to pittsburghopera.org.
All right.
Yes.
You'll find everything there.
Very good. And you know what? I liked how you said this. So I want to say the name of it one more time, but I want Marianne to say the name of it. So it's Verdi's
Il Trovatore.
That was perfect. I could practice all day and never say it that well. I love that. All right. It begins Saturday, March 25th. That's this Saturday at the Benedum Center.